Hey guys, I'm back with another book talk, and yeah, I'm super excited about this one. This one is another book being added to my favorites pile, and that book is Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell, for those of you who have never heard of this book or don't know what it's about. Basically it's about these two kids in the 80s, and they are both misfits, but they're from like different kind of areas of the misfit spectrum. Basically, they fall in love, and it goes on from there, and it's a really good book. Like, I love it. I love Rainbow's writing most of all. Like, I don't know why, her writing just makes me feel things, and I love it. I absolutely loved it. Although it did not top Fangirl, which was my first ever Rainbow Rowell book, which I have loved, and I think I will continue to love for like the rest of my life. This comes in as a pretty close second, although I've only read 2 of her books, so yeah, whatever. I just really like her writing. Like, her writing style, I don't know what it is about her writing style, but I love it. Anyway, so some other things I liked about this book before we get into like the characters and everything is I like how it's written in short chapters. I don't want to say I have a really short attention span, but reading short chapters makes me feel like I'm like flying through the book, even though like short chapters means there's a lot more chapters. But it makes me feel like I'm moving so much faster through the book, and I think it really helps me read a lot faster because the chapters are so much shorter. Also, I loved how this book has dual perspectives and it alternates between Park and Eleanor. Although I know we see this a lot in books that's dual perspective, but I really loved the way she wrote this one because the dual perspectives weren't just like they switched each chapter. It was like there was multiple switches of dual perspective within each chapter, or each chapter was just like one person or whatever. And I really like that because even though you're reading the same situation, and like let's say you read it from Eleanor's point of view first and then it switches to Park, it's nice to see both of their alternating viewpoints on that event as it's happening, compared to if they were just flopping every chapter, then you'd have to like reread the whole scene from like that person's point of view. And I don't know why, I just really liked how you saw the multiple points of view flipping within the chapters, and you got to see like an all-around view from both of them of like how they were feeling and what they thought and like all this stuff. I don't know why, I just really loved it, and I'm pretty sure I've already said that like 3 times just in this little part. Alright, let's talk some characters. Now, Eleanor and Park, I really love the 2 of them. I mean, when I first picked up this book, I was kind of skeptical about it because I have been in sort of a reading slump, I'd say. I mean, since I finished Fangirl, it was just so freaking amazing. And then I picked up 50 Shades Darker, and I'm not really into it. Like, I'm just gonna say now, Anna annoys the shit out of me. I don't know why I'm reading it. But anyway, so I decided I was going to take a freaking break from that and read Eleanor Park because this is the Book Explorers Book of the Month for February. And yeah, so I kind of needed to read it this month. And it was a nice break, but I was in a reading slump because reading any of the 50 Shades books takes me a while to read, and I don't know why. It just feels like it takes me forever. So it was nice to pick this up and get a faster pace, but I was kind of like iffy in the beginning because it wasn't quite catching my interest, because I think I've mentioned this multiple times on my channel, but I am not one for contemporary reads. I don't feel like they keep my imagination going, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are certain contemporary authors that just blow my mind away, 1 being Rainbow Rowell, 2 being John Green. But yeah, so it was nice to get me out of that like reading slump and get me going. So, characters. Eleanor and Park. As I've stated earlier, they are both misfits. And, this is set in the 80s, which I really like that it was set in the 80s. It's just different. Like, it's like reading a like dystopian or a fantasy book set in like a different world, but it's different decades. So it's like stuff is still like new to me. So it's like, I've never heard of that before or whatnot. And it's like, going back in time. I liked it. But Eleanor and Park, as I've said, are misfits, and they both are on like kind of different ends of the misfit spectrum. Like, Park is barely a misfit, I would say, because he's friends with the popular crowd, although he doesn't really associate with them. He's just like kind of there, and he's not like a main part of the group that makes fun of people and all this stuff. And then you have Eleanor, who of course is the new kid and is automatically branded a misfit, and the way she dresses is definitely not a way to help. And I just loved how they're like just so kind of like opposite people, but they like work so well together as a couple, and I just loved it. And you know, it's nice to see a character, especially like Eleanor, who is bigger. It's just refreshing to have a character like Eleanor that is not, you know, stick thin or skinny as most of our female protagonists always seem to be in every YA book. It's nice to see a thicker girl with curves be a main character, and you know, I love that. I love that whole spiel. It's just, I loved it. And then Park being the little Asian kid, I love the two of them together, and they were so funny, and Eleanor is so witty, and she always seemed to crack me up, and I just feel so bad that Eleanor had the worst home life, and it took her mom forever to finally leave Richie. I'm guessing she left him. It didn't really quite say in the ending. I just really loved it. And I loved Eleanor and Park, and I loved how they were like so sweet towards each other, and like took things slow, and like they really cared about each other. And it's like, you know, when you start bonding over music, that's when you know it's real. And the fact that Park was making her little mixtapes just like made me so happy, because they were sharing the love of music, and that is just one of the best things you can ever do for somebody. And it tugged at my heartstrings, man. In this book, I actually found one of my new favorite quotes, and I really, really love it. And I don't know why, it just like stuck with me as soon as I read it. I was like, that is a work of masterpiece, and I love it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to cherish this quote with me for like ever. And it's from Park's perspective, and he says, "Eleanor was right. She never looked nice. She looked like art, and art wasn't supposed to look nice. It was supposed to make you feel something." That, I don't know why, I just really, really love that quote, because, I don't know, maybe, I mean, I don't always dress the best. Actually, as I'm filming this, I'm currently in sweatpants, because my life revolves around sweatpants, jeggings, and leggings, because I don't like actual pants, and, you know, I don't know why. I just really like this, and, you know, I don't want to, like, this book makes me not want to look nice. It makes me want to look like art. Like, it makes me want to make somebody feel something. I don't want somebody to be attracted to me because I look nice, or because I'm pretty, or because they think I'm cute, or like whatever they're thinking. I want them to like me for like my personality and who I am, not for my looks. Like, I don't know why, and that quote just made me really feel that. The only thing I have to pick with this book is that I wish I knew more of the ending. I wish there was more. I mean, we watched the heartbreaking, like, last 20 or so pages of Park relentlessly sending Eleanor mixtapes and mail and letters and all this stuff, to her not even have opened them or replied to him. And then she finally sends him a postcard with what I'm guessing is "I love you" written on the back. That's all she writes. And, you know, I wish there was more. I wish it didn't end like that. It really made me mad that it ended like that, because I want to know more. I want to know if Eleanor and Park try to work it out long distance. I want to know what happens to Eleanor's mom. Did she actually leave what's-his-face and take the children with her, or did Eleanor's uncle come down and rescue them all? What happened? I have to know. I want to know what happened with all of these. Like, I really want to know. I gotta know. I want to know what it's like for Eleanor now that she's living with her uncle. Like, what is going on? I needed more. I definitely enjoyed this book, and I definitely love it. I love this cover. However, Book Outlet, when you are mailing pretty light colored hardcovers, you should definitely invest in making sure they don't get dirty and smudged and gross looking. Because this was a gorgeous, gorgeous cream colored jacket, and now there's like black smudges and everything on it from, I'm guessing, other books I ordered in this order, and it's really making me mad. It really is. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this book. I definitely look forward to reading the rest of Rainbow's works, because from the two I have read, I have fallen in love with her writing and everything she does and her characters. So I definitely want to read the rest of her works, because they just sound like they're going to be amazing. Alright, well that is it for this book talk. Let me know in the comments your opinions about this book. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were your favorite scenes? What's your favorite part? Blah, 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 blah. I will see you guys next time with a book talk, Top by Wednesday, or a tag video. Until then, I'm Chrissy. Goodbye!